angry or you will read meaning to what they are doing. Let me be honest with you. It's not even going to take a long time. Let us wait. When the hearing has been fixed, let's see them fight for their case. And when they fight for it, the outcome. Because I know certainly that there was a time that some other people were asking for public prayer. And I was on the platform that they were even asking that our foundation, we should go and get them a public lawyer. And certainly, Kagba, best son, Kagba, the biggest law chamber, Kagba, lawyer Latin America, Kagba Latin London, Kagba Latin join the case here. If they come in, if the judge at the coroner inquest says, you can't take you in now. If our lawyer feels like, no, we have a place in this case, you cannot independently decide who can come in and who can come in, especially when you have not even gone far, because we have a role to play. Of course, certainly, the right thing to do is to go to a bigger court and challenge the authority of the judge in that particular ruling. So that is an appeal. So we know the lawyer will look at it and say, if I choose to be a part of this case, and the judge came up with an excuse that, oh, we have gone to a stage. If you come in now, those that we have summoned to come and appear, in the course of you coming in, you might want to bring them back in and start asking that you want me to bring them back for you. That way, it might drag us back. For that reason, just let it go, don't come in. If the person feels like, no, you cannot decide that how are you sure I'm going to bring them back in? You are just looking for an excuse to throw us out of this particular case. For that reason, I will go to a higher court and appeal against this, your ruling. And then, what about that? And then our fundamental right will be established. If we win, then we'll come back to the case and play our part in this particular matter. So please don't think don't allow them to make it look like, oh, those people that doesn't want justice are the ones that are trying to use them and they are trying to drag us back, or it is connection of somebody. It is pure lie. The way the court operates and work is different from social media. It's different from our own timing. The courts, they will give you time and they will allow everybody to express themselves under the law. Don't be surprised that even if everything come out and they arrest all these people, they will still need a lot of time in court before the truth is out. Before they will know who is going to be guilty, who is going to be charged. That is why I am particularly asking that it is the police that should go and extract the evidence by themselves. Because that way, there won't be any mago, no argument, no twisting of anything. It's going to be direct because there is a procedure at which police, they extract evidence and they present it to the court of law, and it will not be, argued or anything, because there is always, under the administration of criminal justice law, there is a procedure, and that makes it, very, very standard and legit. So, I don't know if anybody has questions to ask with regards to that, but that is just what I just want to say about the role of Bankole Smith and the coroner inquest suspension. They are fighting for their fundamental rights in the case. So it has nothing to do with bad blood. And at the end of the day, what they are coming to do is to also have a say and find justice for Mohbåd. So I don't think anybody should be angry about that or twist the narrative or change it against them and say, oh, the intention is we must educate people on the procedure of the court. Because the more we start to create division on social media, the more it weakens the whole process in the court of law. And we just have to be careful and allow things to flow the normal, because court of law is not social media.
Really?
It is objectivity and logical reasoning in the court of law. Emotions, ESA, warning, social media. And that is what we are here to discuss. So I don't know if anybody has a question on that, so that I can be able to touch on other areas that I haven't touched. So, Kid Boss, over to you.
People kidding. I don't think his network is safe. Alade Adeku. Alade Adeku.
Alade Adekunle.
Okay, Adekunle, my bad.
Good evening.
Good evening, Kalema. Yes, I Kalema.
Everyone, so it's okay, Joe.
Kalesa. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Jose, office is the same in Nigeria, sir. Same law is the same in Nigeria, sir.
What you say?
Abi?
You sure? Law is in Nigeria. Awara walo is in Nigeria.
The point is this. I know where you're coming from. Are you with me? The law of share is probably because somebody like you are not obeying the law and you're not making it to work. So the ẹranko ni wọ́n ṣàwòfin fún. Àwọn ẹranko ni ò jẹ́ kí lọ́ọ̀ yẹn ṣiṣẹ́. Èmi àti should be held responsible if the law are not working in Nigeria. Because èmi àti la máa jẹ́ kó work. So if there are laws and they are not working, please hold yourself responsible. I will hold myself responsible. My daddy will hold himself responsible. My mom will hold herself responsible. Papa ti hold her responsible. So bá ṣiṣẹ́ látọ̀dọ̀ tèmi, tó ṣiṣẹ́ látọ̀dọ̀ tí ó gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe àwọn tí ó bá ṣiṣẹ́ látọ̀dọ̀ wọn, àwọn yẹn ni criminals. Àdéhùn pé àwọn ẹ̀rọ ń bàlú jẹ́. We can easily identify them and we don't praise them. Do you understand? Is that your question? Do you have any other question before we go to the next panelist? Wọ́n ti dáhùn yẹn ṣe ní ìbéèrè mi àbí ká tó fún ìbéèrè ọ̀la yìí kó béèrè.
Yeah, I follow me like my father ask question later.
All right then, keep us. Who is the next person, please?
Sigman. Ekale.
Sigman, good evening. Are you there?
Yeah. I'm just joining. I don't know the bone of contention, please.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't want to drag you people back.
I can always recapitulate. The bone of contention is the corona inquest. That's what we know. Yes, what they The corona inquest, as you are aware, it has been suspended because of a subsisting case, a case at the High Court. So there was a judgment, a ruling by the coroner judge that the Bankole and Smith cannot join in the matter to fight justice for Mohbad.
Who are Bankole and Smith? Who is Bankole?
Abi, Yomi tó fẹ́ máa gbèjà wọn pé nǹkan ṣe dancing.
Section of the public.
Tó fẹ́ máa sọ pé nǹkan section for the public, yeah.
Okay.
So ibi kan wá stop ni.
They want to support Mohbad and they believe that if they come in with their own intelligence, with their own move, or maybe whatever they can do, so quickly to ensure that they can win the case. And suddenly, the judge said, I cannot allow you to come in. Because if you come in at this stage, you will take us back. Because some of the witnesses that we have called before, you might come in now and say you still want to cross-examine them, you want to interview them, and it might take us back. So why don't you just allow the few lawyers that we have to continue? And they said, well, they are free to be doing what they are doing, that we have a role that we want to play. And it's still very wrong for you, the honorable judge, to conclude that is what we want to come and do. But even if it is that, it is still our right to make sure that we dot all the I's and we cross all the T's, so that the honorable judge to conclude. And then at the end of the day, the judge ruled that he's not going to allow them to join in the suit. And they feel aggrieved that their right has been infringed upon. And they went to a higher court to appeal the case. And by the time the case was, subject to hearing and assigned to a judge, the judge, the preliminary hearing felt like, okay, you know what? I don't want to be quoting too much of legal terms because we're going to lawyer. So the judge felt like, before we hear this case, I need to hear from the other party. But as a bigger court under the law, I am asking that whatever they are doing at the corona inquest should be put on hold before, so that pending the determination of this suit. And the implication is, if they didn't give that kind of a judgment,
next year,
if they should continue the corona inquest,
gbogbo ẹ̀ ló yé wa.
by the time they finish the arguments,
The higher court.
if they are now through with the appeal court, then they will tell the judge that, look at which ruling are you not giving us that we should go back. The corona inquest has been concluded. So under the law, the right thing to do, the judge
by next year
feels like, oh, there is
by
a case
next
in this
year
matter, then whatever you are doing there, wait, no, let us argue this one. If we argue it, then we'll now decide
wasting of time,
and which is sacrosanct, and that is just the simple thing that is happening. Nothing like the other side, the anti-justice, or they were saying that Mohbåd is the one that has power, or people are too connected. The government are the ones stalling it. No, I am only out to educate that it is just a simple, fundamental human rights litigation, that we have rights to come in as a member of the public, and if you say we cannot join in, come and explain fully. We believe we should be part of it. So if they do the case, whoever wins, if the judge now give order that you, Bankole Smith, we hereby rule that you can be joined in that matter, or you should just go home and allow the other ones to do it. If they do that, the judge at the coroner inquest will set a date to resume our own proceedings, and then we'll be fine. But unfortunately, a lot of things have been said, so that's just the matter now. I hope you understand now.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. Well, my question is, now that the court rejected their request, I mean the Bankole, if I'm right. Yes. I think from your own view, what do you think is their stand? I mean the Corona Court, what is their stand for them to reject Bankole? Because I think if you look at the point that they don't want them to drag them back if they want to investigate the matter more, that doesn't mean they are against their intention. I don't think if you are getting me. If they want to do it properly, and they don't want to go backward, you understand? It doesn't mean that they don't want to allow them to intervene. They just don't want the case to be going backward. That's why they said they should
basically, they are the one showing interest, and they know what they want to come and do. They know the state and where the level was.
The case is, yes.
They only feel that it is just an excuse that the honorable judge at the coroner inquest wants to just pick. It's a presumptive excuse, alibi.
Okay.
You are not sure. You can't be so sure that we will even go to where you have been to. We know where you have been to. We know who you have interviewed. We have read the CTC. The judge can't be so sure. The coroner inquest can't be so sure. If I'm only that is what they are trying to say, that you cannot be so sure that.
Sorry for cutting you short there. What I'm trying to say is that you personally, you are in the real picture of everything, if I'm right. And with the two parties involved now, with your exposure and the level of your knowledge, Abi, you should know the stand of Bankole, the stand of the courts, that Corona Court. You should know their stand with the level at which you are into the issue, into the matter. You should know their stand.
The court have given their stance, and that was they rejected Bankole and Smith. That is the stance. I am saying. But the court will always still be neutral, no. The coroner inquest court will still be neutral eventually. It's just my opinion that I thought you don't. If you come in now, you will drag us back. But if you are not satisfied, you can go to. I am saying you can go to higher court and challenge that ruling.
And they have done that. And
They have done
right?
that. The only thing, let me say, you know, social media is quick to condemn things, particularly spread wrong narratives. In this particular case, the only thing that is evident here is that a legal chamber feels like their fundamental right has been breached.
Yes.
And they have right to fight it. Like I'm saying,
Okay, which is
because at the end of the day, it is still that they want justice for Mohbåd. Like I'm saying. So they might come in now, and with that,
in your own,
I'm with you.
your own, listen, are they just? Like,
That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
Of course. See, there is no way you would expect a human rights organization or a human rights ambassador to gag or to attack the fundamental rights of other people. This is a legal chamber, for crying out loud, and they follow the due process of the law. I'm saying, you don't know what they are bringing to the table. I'm saying, the only difference is that the little delay is what people are misconstruing, and they are trying to give a different narrative. But if you ask any, even if I'm not in this justice for Mohbad, I see the move of Bankole Smith in this matter. But if I'm not mentally drained, see what you are informed. Why would I say they are not just? It is a right, it's a thing they are infringed.
Yes.
Forever. They didn't say cancel it, that we don't want corona inquest. No. They said, you know what?
Yeah.
They are not even the one that made the ruling that they should stop. They only filed an application that they should allow them to come in. I'm saying, it is the judge from the other side that said, if there is no way a case will be brought to a higher court in this kind of matter, that the first thing to do is to give an order that you should stay proceedings. The simple English and legal language is stay of proceedings. It is a normal stay of proceedings that you and I can get if Tobafe Taileyo, and I'm saying, maybe over Taileyo, or that he should join and over that you see,
ask you people to stay off.
If you get to hear in the middle of the case or before they complete that judgment, that case, you can rush to another court that what they are doing in that court. So this is the reason why I need to know. I am not aware. They didn't even tell me. They want to send my house behind me. The judge, when they see your excuse, your affidavit, they will order that court to stay proceedings. Do you understand?
Yes. Yeah.
If TSCC wants to arrest somebody or they want to charge somebody to court, and you feel like your lawyer should run to court, police want to arrest this person, you can go and get stay of proceeding. The police do not arrest this person until the determination of this particular case. If somebody file a petition against you, it's because most Nigerians, they don't know their right and they don't know the law. If somebody file a petition against you and you are aware that police wants to come and arrest you based on lies, probably because you are in the hospital, but the person wants to use power to make sure that they arrest you or they declare you wanted. That is right. Whatever hospital over, your lawyer can run to another court and say, please tell the police to stop proceeding. They must not declare that person wanted.
Wanted, yeah.
Until you come here and prove to me that truly you invited the person and you were not aware that this person is in the hospital.
Yes.
Because Lara Kata on your man sheni, wani mbolowa, one hospital, okay, go so ala. And I think I'm a declare wanted, I'm a posted. Immediately you are aware, and you know that your lawyer have written to the police that my client cannot honor your invitation because she's in the hospital. Wrote to them that she's still under medical attention in social hospital. They said, this person, okay, I'm going to madam. Letter to Korean.
Declare wanted.
Declare wanted. If you hear that, police in the right to declare wanted. But before they declare wanted, if you run to a court, ní láti sáré sọ fún wọn, gbogbo inviting, gbogbo notifying wọn that you are in the hospital and why everything. Show that you are in the hospital. Doctor report everything. And immediately you present to the judge.
Sir?
So, I'm with you, sir.
In that area, into manja ko easy láti ṣe. Irú ẹni tó wà on sick bed now, declare wanted. Tí o bá kí n ṣe pé ó ń parọ́, understand? It's very easy to defend. The people only do that here, based on pretense.
Connection.
Yes, they do that based on pretense. If truly you are sick and police invite you and you cannot make it, it's defendable anywhere. You can defend it because you are truly sick. And Ofego, understand? But it's also they declare him or her wanted now, and he or she is not sick. Only paro. So area tí yẹ ti gba help nìyẹn, ó smart ọlọ́pàá nìyẹn by using his or her lawyer, to prepare documents. Tó bá sick, kò need àti máa prove anything gan. Even tó bá declare wanted. Again,
Tó bá ti declare wanted, because to declare somebody wanted, it is going to go through a court order. Court. And I just okay, I am now ordering that this person should be arrested anyway they find him or her. So one, police invitation.
Let me bust your bubble, sir. Let me bust your bubble, sir. Do you know the synergy between the police and the other judges? Sometimes it goes a long way. Because you court, you may go over the phone. You just connect with the one judge. The corruption to judge down papo. No, you will just give them go ahead. Serious. Not everything is documented in this country.
Because I'm not supposed to go that route. What I'm trying to say is, let's talk about the normal procedure. If
sorry, Mr. Sigeman, we could know, but we just want to package it like it is real name because we don't want to be talking about it.
Yes, sir.
And that's what they will be saying. This is it.
So
implication of that. The implication of that is that if the police or èèyàn tó lágbára yẹn tó wish láti sọ pé a fún ẹni invitation kò wá, ó dẹ̀ sọ pé òun sick, wọ́n rí evidence pé ó sẹ́ni pé òun máa wá o, but òun sick, lọ́yẹ̀ sẹ́ni kìíní sí wọn. Tó bá fẹ́ ṣe kàbóyá ẹni tó ní kọ́ bóun gbìn yẹn tó fẹ́ rubbish yẹn, a ní ṣé kò sí nǹkan bí tẹ̀lé ṣe ni wá ní ẹ má wọrí. Ọlọ́pàá máa lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ adájọ́ mi lẹ́yìn. Wọ́n wá lọ sọ pé ẹni yìí o, àwọn invite ẹ̀, ó yìí náà àwọn lọlé àwọn ò bá wọn ò ní sọ fún adájọ́ yẹn pé pé ó ti send the evidence pé òun wà lọ́sípítù o, wọn ò ní fi yẹn wọn adájọ́ yẹn. So tádájọ́ yẹn bá dẹ̀ tilẹ̀ approve pé I am here as this honourable judge, I am saying that they should arrest this person anywhere he or she is found in Nigeria. Kò bá wà lórí table Aso Rock báyìí. Ọlọ́pàá gbọ́dọ̀ mú because it's an order of the court. So tí èèyàn bá ti mọ̀ pé n tó fẹ́ ṣe fún òun nìyẹn, you can run to the court before they do that, present what they failed to present. Because káwọn tó lè gba order adájọ́ tó fẹ́ gbà yẹn.
Tẹ́yọ̀ bá wà mọ̀ nǹkan sà.
Ibi tá a ṣe lọ ní second session of this one, only fundamental human rights. But what I'm trying to explain in this fact is that despite the fact that the police, they have got the right to arrest whoever they like or whoever they feel has a question to answer. Are you saying?
Yes.
Sometimes the thing about people right to will be infringed by that arrest. You can run to a court of competent jurisdiction and get an injunction to order them not to arrest you because that arrest will be tantamount to abuse of your fundamental human rights and you will suffer from damages. And that is what is playing out in this Corona inquest and Bankole and Smith because they feel like the judge will preempt what they are likely to do when they are joined in the suit, when there is nothing to show that is what they might even do. And for that reason, they believe the judge ruling is not based on good faith and it is abuse of their own right. And that is the only thing that is playing out. It has nothing to do with Lagos state government. It has nothing to do with any Alagbara Kokombiko. It has nothing to do with anybody trying to frustrate Corona inquest. No. Because at the end of the day, that matter will be heard. The ruling will be given. Even the ruling might not favor them, might not favor Bankole. And in my favor,
but they're interested. They should allow them to.
So by the time the ruling says they should come in, they will. What I can see clearly is that by them coming in, they will be assisting because the more the merrier. If truly there are some powerful people that are trying the other people, if truly they are using some powerful people to not want Mohbad to get justice, and they want the government to say that the people are not even interested. What is so when you? If we now see more and more legal chambers, more lawyers, more people and public coming in, that is when they will say, even people are coming in. Celebrities are coming in. Legal chambers, lawyers are coming in. And the government will look at it and say, the public are getting more on that other side. So to sweep it under the carpet, ìjọba àtàwọn ọdẹ tí náà ọkọ tó ń lòrù ìjọba àwọn yẹn ń pọ̀ sí wọ́n fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ó sún ọgbà àwọn tó wà sáà níbí kẹ́ẹ̀dínkù kó má jù bẹ́ẹ̀ mẹ́ta wọ́n lè sọ pé ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́jọ́ yẹn nígbà rẹ̀ pé gbogbo yẹn ti sún wọn. It's important that the more the merrier in this kind of case. At the end of the day, that will bring legitimate pressure. And we just have to be careful on what people are spreading on social media. Only because this justice for Mohbad, he must get it. Me in particular, me ò bẹ̀rẹ̀ nǹkan. Òun lè yẹ pé pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ wọ́n lé mi síbi tí mo wà yìí. Ó pè mí kí n wà ń bí temporarily kájọ fèsì ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ikú sáré. Mọ̀ pé máa yí òun padà. Tí bá ti mú nǹkan ọmọ pé wèrè tó ti dá sí i. Àti pé bọ́bọ́ yìí sọ pé ó yá tiẹ̀ change òun padà. Má tiẹ̀ sọ kò possible mọ́. And àwọn tó mọ̀ mi pé àfi tí n bá ẹ má jẹ́ kí n dá sí rárá. Tí n bá ti dá sí no going back o àfi tí mi bá rí òótọ́. Mọ̀ pé mo ti bá débi pé mo ti rí òótọ́ pé n tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ rí. Èmi ò mọ bó ṣe ń gba owó ìdọ̀tí. Èmi ò mọ bó ṣe ń gbúrú jìbìtì. Èmi ò mọ bó ṣe ń sọ pé kí ẹ máa ṣe ọ̀gá wa. Àwọn tó tiẹ̀ wá ń dìbò ò lè pè mí. Wọ́n mọ̀ pé àti pé Yomi lásán Yomi gbójú ń bẹ̀ náà. They know I cannot do that. It's one DNA mi ò kọ́ṣe. Mo ti ń ní orúkọ mi. So I am not here. Human rights is not what I want to use to make name. I want to use my name to play a role in the frontiers of human rights. Ìgbà tí American embassy bá pè mí, tọ́lá wọn fẹ́ fún mi ní human rights ambassador. They know because, and they said it because you are a public figure, you have your name, that is why we need you. So téèyàn kan bá jókòó sí tí ò kì í ṣe activist, tí ò tiẹ̀ ń ṣe human rights advocate, tó kọ̀ wà lórí social media tó ní èmi ṣe ń wá clout, àbí mo ṣe wọ́n máa sọ fún ẹ pé èyí tó ju yàláyà ìyá ẹ lọ. American embassy wọ́n recognize pé mo máa fi orúkọ mi support human rights. Téèyàn kan bá jókòó bí kan tí bóyá ọpọlọ ẹ kó yẹ pàbó ṣe reverse kó wá dé mi o mo ṣe fẹ́ fi human rights ṣe ìṣòro tí yín nìyẹn. The only problem I could be having, which I would always accept, is that I wasn't thinking right when I believe that everybody don't carry justice for Mohbad, only everybody going activists. But not forgetting that the fact that and a bit of justice for Mohbad, cyberbullying, trolling, and the people were informed. One day one by me, one now of joining me, if you want to my name or laying on your money. But they said, I want to gather one about 13, it is solely, or ó fi ra tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì ọ̀rọ̀ mo ti fún yín gbogbo yẹn ìpàdé wèrè àtàsímì ò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n. I am facing and focusing on what I am destined to do.
Are we not
and I've put my life on the
you
line.
also need friends. Mo kìlọ̀ fún bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé wo yẹn o, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wò mí. I warned him nígbà tó kọ́kọ́ dé, mo ní stay on your lane, stay on your platform. Whosoever they want to, let them come to your platform. But rárá o, a tún jọ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí fóònù mi lè máa lọ sẹ́lẹ̀ mo lè máa lọ kò sí kankan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ó wá padà ṣẹlẹ̀ nísìnyí ó wá jókòó ọ̀rọ̀ mi wá padà wá sí ìmúṣẹ tí n bá ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ fún yín tí gbogbo yín ò bá ti gbọ́ ìjọ́ tẹ́ bá ti ń jìyà yín mọ̀ fún àwọn tí ó fún ilé gbà àánú ẹ̀ ló ṣe mí níjọ́ tí mo lọ sórí pláfọ́ọ̀mù tó fẹ́ fún ẹ pa lọ́dọ̀ láti tí ì bá ṣe mi tẹ́ níjọ́ náà tí mo lu experience mi tí mo pa gbogbo wọn lẹ́nu mọ́ sọ̀tọ̀ fún níjọ́ náà wọ́n fẹ́ fún pájọ́ tà ń sọ èyí wọ́n fún pa wọ́n ti plan nílẹ̀ bí wọ́n wá ní kán lọ pé wá kó wá jọ ẹ̀wọ̀n àwọn náà wá lọ pé wá jọ ẹ̀wọ̀n bọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fún jẹ́nu.
tó bá máa ṣẹlẹ̀ gbẹ̀m báyìí you will now understand that the spirit of freedom and the voice of dissident should never be silenced. kò ń ṣe ọ̀nkọ́ kò ń ṣe pàtàkì máa rí it's always abstract abàdàn ẹgbẹ́ everybody were on the same page ni.
ẹ bá wa ṣí ààrẹ o ẹ bá wa ṣí à o.
tó bá dojú ẹ àwọn tó ń bá wa pò gan mọ àwọn tó ń lé wọn dẹ̀ mọ àwọn tó ń lè ṣèkéde tó ń lè dàgbòrò rú so kọ́nà ọba kó present this justice for Mohbad with true fighters but we should just take our time. Don't destroy those that can be physically present to fight this cause. Part of the reason is if you want to there are not enough foot soldiers for justice for Mohbad. Torí tó bá ti di bó le jù pé the people at this stage yẹn tó bá jẹ́ pàṣẹ máa gbọ̀nà Abuja lọ we're still gonna go there. So at the end of the day we'll continue to fight and fight diligently. So gbogbo rọ́dọ̀rọ̀dọ̀ tó bá ń ṣe tó bá ń sọ ẹ̀fọ́lẹ̀. But if you can educate people and you have that knowledge, please do not hesitate. Kó tó di pé wọ́n fi internal division kó fi máa da gbogbo ẹ̀ because àwọn tí ó wà lọ́dọ̀ side gan ti ẹ̀ ṣe wàhálà mọ́. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń pariwo justice for Mohbad náà eléyìí máa ṣó eléyìí ẹni tí ò kúrò nílé ẹ̀ máa ṣọ́ eléyìí wà rẹ̀ eléyìí wà accountability eléyìí wọ́n ṣe máa create division distraction when you are facing a bigger cause they will just be looking for things that will drag us back and create division. Èmi ò rí táwọn èèyàn ti jẹ́ ọ̀wọ́ kákòkò náà ẹ wà lójú ogun òwò àwọn ẹgbẹ́ kílé tó ń wẹ̀yìn òwò àyìn ìbọn fẹ́ ni tẹjọ́ ọ̀dẹ̀ ogun dẹ̀ bọ̀ wá báyìí ẹni ẹ̀dẹ̀ fèsì àwọn tẹ̀fẹ́ bá jà òwò àyìn ìbọn fún pé kílé tó ń wẹ̀yìn mo rò wíwọ́n dẹ̀ kó you don't fight with the wrong set of people. So we just have to continue to fight. If you are a true fighter, if you are a true advocate, pick your soldiers carefully. Don't make the mistake I made. I made some terrible mistake, and you will learn every day. So let's bring in another person.
But we told you now.
Boss, or you have another
tell me, I want you. But one of them, wow, why want to sell ẹ mọ̀ jẹ́ ntàn yín I want you mo kìlọ̀ fún wàláì mo kìlọ̀ fún nígbà tó kọ́ dé I want you to stay on their lanes nígbà tí mo rí tó ń lọ káàkiri mo nítorí gbogbo àwọn tó ń lọ bá tán ń pè ẹ̀ mo láwọn náà máa padà nà ẹ́ lẹ́gbàǹgbà tó bá yá sọ̀rọ̀ yóò wá padà wá sí ìmúṣẹ. Because you people don't believe Tenny ọmọ ológo you don't know that I am not a prophet but I see future and the future is happening now and you are regretting it. And I know that on your mind, you will know that somebody told you to stay on your platform, but you don't listen.
That you are wanted. I think it might have go through a lot of things. It's not one sitting. It will not be like two sitting or.
You mean one, Fabi?
Yeah, like you are wanted. You declare you wanted.
No, most times you go through number. It doesn't even take time. Like I'm saying, it's just most times it's filing.
They can't declare you wanted in one sitting in the courts.
No, they can't. They can't. They can't. The reason is this. Let me explain to you.
Wait. And you are present in the court and they declare you wanted.
You don't have to be in court. You don't have to be in court before they declare you wanted.
Okay. Now I get the part. Don't worry. Don't explain. I get the part now. I get the part.
Oh, okay.
So, my second question is: this Corona court is it legally backed up by law in Nigeria?
Of course.
Oh, really?
It's not a trial court, but it is part of the administration of criminal justice law. when there is contention on homicide, they look like, okay, what's matter, and they realize that it has to go through the coroner, to determine the cause of death. I am saying that if it cannot be determined by physical examination, you understand? If they cannot see they feel like this is not a natural death, but they don't know what actually by the person by physical examination, and there is no physical. Maybe there is no weapon of murder. There is no confession. Nobody, and they feel like we need to know exactly what took this person's life, so that we can be able to ascertain what took the person's life unnaturally. Then the coroner inquest will come in, and that is when they will say, okay, take the sample of the body, go to the court, go to the lab, do the stuff, and then when you do it, you're able to examine. And that one will not come out and say, oh, they realized probably during the test that the heart busted and blood were oozing out, and all these pathologies they were able to know kilo fatty heart machine burst, maybe high blood pressure. Tó bá rí pé ẹni yẹn gbà tí ẹ̀mí yẹn fẹ́ jábọ́ nígbà tí wọ́n kọ́ ọ̀run yẹn ló fà á wá rí. Tó bá jẹ́ pé wọ́n fún yàn lábẹ́rẹ́ wọ́n wá rí pé àti yẹn ọ̀nà wọnú àti yẹn gbàtọ́ ńlá kìíní yẹn wọ́n rí pé ó súnkì. Wọ́n dẹ̀ rí pé kìíní àwọn ọmọ báyìí ṣe gbogbo kan yẹn pé kí àti yẹn tó lè súnkì dábìí pé wọ́n fún yàn kan lábẹ́rẹ́ intravenously wọ́n ṣe gba abẹ́rẹ́ yẹn báyìí kìíní yẹn lọ sí heart straight, because intravenous post injection via intravenous goes straight to the heart, because ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó wọnú heart yẹn ló máa ṣiṣẹ́, so kẹ́ni yẹn má bàa kú. So ó ní àwọn abẹ́rẹ́ mi tó bá fún yàn tẹ́ni yẹn bá fẹ́ gbẹ̀mí mi tó bá gba abẹ́rẹ́ yẹn sí kí ẹ̀mí yẹn ti fẹ́ lọ tọ́ báyìí ó máa dá padà sókè kó tó tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lo other stuff. So that is the work of a pathologist. So òun ni wọ́n ṣe gbé lọ sí coroner inquest, and it's legal under the law.
So it's under the Federal Ministry of Justice, right? Or they are just on their own?
No, under the state Ministry of Justice.
Oh, under the State Ministry of Justice.
Yes, there is chief coroner. We have a chief coroner.
Okay.
That is what they do.
Okay, I understand. Okay, that is it. Well, like I said yesterday, I love what you're doing. Just keep telling people the more about rules and law. Although it's not working in Nigeria, at least if you know it as a citizen, we can be able to fight for our rights.
Because if you work in the majority in Tofa, so if you laws and justice of Senegal, because majority at a road to put Nigeria number one, now you can be more important. Number two, neither basic the basic knowledge. Yeah, the people are continue all the school. They're going to walk in the laro. So about see education will live in. So when people are not informed, basic fundamental human rights, it turns out that at the end of the day, you don't even know what I'm fear to do. And the way right here, Atuma Sofu, Atuma Bebe, anytime I follow Atuma Bebe, I become my Dupelo and my Jabba. Policio, the Baba's who live, to Banco, Atuma Bebe. Tobani Omo and over 300,000. I can finish a picture even to my time. I cool to my watching a joint, but not 300,000. It's the Bamishe, and where all of my own should look today. To buy to my full order, I should go, or do I don't know my worry. I went along my group. To buy what I want full, so if I do Pelo and continue. Alone get carry. So alone the big part they will buy Olulu Ferry. So that aspect is what is sacrosanct. So I want to believe I've answered your question.
Well, my last contribution is that I believe the more you are doing this, the more you are. If you can have, as in like, few people like you doing what you're doing, that let all these people know that this is your right. This is your right. You don't have to be educated before you know your right.
Exactly.
That's kékeré tó máa ti bí láti kékeré kó ti lọ sí school. Tọ́jú sọ fún ẹ ní school pé this is your right. Àwọn ọmọ Amẹ́ríkà kékeré wọn pé this is my right.
Yes.
Understand? Because ìdí pé wọ́n kàwé àti kékeré ó sọ fún ọ pé ní Nàìjíríà a lè wojú àwọn parents wa tó máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ a máa ń tẹríba ní. But l'Amẹ́ríkà tó o bá wojú wọn tó bá gbórí sísẹ tó bá bẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n máa fi pé something is wrong with you. They will tell you look straight into my eyes. If you feel me, you know what I'm saying? They will tell you look straight into my eyes. So you know, so láti kékeré bó ti ń tẹ́ka ọmọ ẹ mọ right wọn. This is your right. No, you can't arrest me. This is my right. Understand? So come on, so for let's get any school, not the primary school. This is your right. This is your right. This is your right. And the pay to buy okay. Okay. But just because we don't have people teaching them their rights.
You are very correct. Part of the reasons why I know certainly and I feel that they want to take my life or threaten is because I stood on my right that it is our right to protest. And it is our right to protest that justice for Mohbad should be given to him. So when they feel like, no, if you try this, you cannot establish a protest whereby the whole nation will come again and they will stop activities, they will block everywhere and it will turn to another answers. No. Because they think it is your right. And they want people to feel like it's not your right. And if you try it, then you have to pay for it. So, we just have to tell them, nobody is interested in destroying the country. Nobody is anti-government. But you must be willing and be ready to accept that people should exercise and express themselves. So nobody should be angry like that. Yomi fabiyi is adamant that he wants to do justice for Mohbad protest at the House of Assembly. Nobody should be angry about that. And that shouldn't cost me my life. Anybody who take my life because of that should have a rethink. That it's still part of the things that the government are meant to protect. But and I thank God that I'm thanking God that eventually I may not be able to appear at that protest, but at least the protest still went and the something was submitted. Though knowing they not fully aware that the presence of Yomi fabiyi there might change the narrative of the protest from just submission. It could lead to something that it will be out of hand. Because from that day, it might turn to second day, third day, fourth day, and they will be asked, okay, what do you people want? We want justice for Mohbad. We want the CCTV extracted. We want forensic. And if they don't answer, we will not leave that place. They know it is likely to be what I wanted to start. And I became a person of interest. But we thank God today I'm still alive. But in my heart, I know I don't mean anything bad. I just want to exercise my rights. I know I will not do more than that one day. But they can't trust me. They can't trust me. That it might not turn to second day. It might not turn to third day. And it might not turn to what they cannot, contain. And they want to do whatever they can do in their own way to disrupt it.
They know you understand it very well.
You understand? They know.
You know your rights, yeah.
Because they know my rights. So they felt like, you know what? And you demo ko. So and luckily, káwọn tó ń bá mi pò mọ́ àwọn tó ń bá mi pò tọ́mọ ohun tó ti tò lẹ̀ fún mi wọ́n rò pé mo wá àwọn ilé kílẹ̀ tí màá ṣe pé olú ẹ̀ rí wrong setup. The real people tó bá jẹ́ pé àwọn fighter gangan lájọ wà nídìí kìíní tọ́dẹ̀ ní tí mo ṣe gbéra yìí they will be like, oh, beautiful, and they continued. Do you understand? But because
we're supposed to. Now, let me tell you something. I love the Nigerian youth. Don't worry, Nigerian youth. Anywhere you find Nigeria, even you see what Nigeria will see. Nigeria, we are doing good. Personally, we are doing good, but we still lack the law and order. We still lack this law and order.
Let us limit this into questions. It's supposed to be questions. Not narration, please.
Thank you so much, Giga. Mr. Dora, let me tell you the last truth now. I'm making justice. Okay? Is a normal procedure of police and courts. But we all know that with these people's connection, they can frustrate that. The second one is for the people to be united, and when they realize that they are blocking that justice through the court process and police process is peaceful protest. And clearly, they are on the mission. Lead the protest. They are already on a particular guerrilla war. Discredit and destroy those that can stand. And you would think TikTokers here. ẹlòmíì go mọ̀ pé blogger yẹn iṣẹ́ tó ṣe iṣẹ́ double agent ló ṣe ẹlòmíì mọ̀ pé eléyìí ìlara ló fi ń ṣe èmi nìkan ló fẹ́ kọ́ máa rí ọjà orí social media nìkan ló fẹ́ kà máa ṣe and social media war cannot win a case like this particularly àwọn tẹ́ ń bájà offline ló ti ń tẹ gbogbo button wọ́n dẹ̀ knock everything tó lè knock wọ́n frustrate into the block one block if they can obstruct police investigation from beginning they can do anything if we blame ọlọ́pàá people they always try to outsmart the police they will be the one to commit crime they will clean the evidence they will do everything kó tó di pé anybody but police will have to do so many extra digging and rely on honesty of the public to unravel some cases. Only gbogbo I combine ta fi fún wọn ní effort tá lọ wá bí tí CCTV wà tá ṣe wẹ̀. So what they are trying to do is it will be ọlọ́pàá court we have the connection àwa níyẹn kò sí ọ̀gá kò sáwọn èèyàn tó lẹ́nu ń bẹ̀ lẹ́yìn bàbá Mohbad yẹn tó ní irú tó lè pull weight tá pull. So if you are going to bring one sáà nìkan lọ́ní tọ́bárí sáà bíi mẹ́wàá táwọn èèyàn náà ní bo connection wọ̀ kò wá láti dé àwọn èèyàn láti wà pẹ̀lú wọn nìyẹn torí actor méjì so all they want to ẹ kọ́kọ́ paná gbogbo àwọn ẹ bá lè rí iye sáà tẹ́ bá máa paná ẹ bá jẹ́ kó tiẹ̀ dá sí gbogbo àwọn lawyer most of the lawyers I know for sure one of the lawyers ẹni yẹn tẹ́ bá wo lawyer yẹn tí bá dárúkọ ẹ gọ́gù ẹ Adéọlá Oyinládé gọ́gù dìde Adéọlá Oyinládé he was the best human rights lawyer American Bar Association. In 2018, he was the best human rights lawyer. International Bar Association, he was the best human rights lawyer in 2018. In 2020 or 21, go and check it online. He was the best human rights lawyer, American Chamber of Bar Association. All the lawyers in America, they devoted him. I contacted him because of Mohbad case. You can message him. His contact is out there. He said, Yomi, we need to come. If initially it declined because I said, no, I said, sir, you have to, let's find a way how we're going to come in. He said, okay, we need a sitting. And let me be honest with you before you come. No lawyer will want his or her name to be dragged the way they are dragging the lawyers in that case. We are seeing everything. How can the people that are wanting justice are dragging lawyers like this when the lawyers have not done anything? Don't you think you are tilting your failure towards the end of these people because they will look at I want to talk about share, don't want to share well, not rubbish. So it's quite important that when we look at it,
when they are useless.
We understand the procedure. Using social media, in talk of most of the people that think that they are bankrolling this justice from bad are on TikTok. They are on social media. And it turns out to be that the whole idea of everybody wants to be like it is our platform. It's our platform. This one, to manage it is war on its own. And that is why somebody like me, when Timothy Terry's Timothy Rino, and it's so I come and really I'm no disclaimer. Well, what is their credibility? Who are these people? You
too go and do it. It's not for you. Anybody can talk. So she said, "You cannot madrosi what lost
this is not making sense.
Everybody can talk now. You just correct people. They are me self. I'm tired of bullying or attacking people. It's not good. But to say that you don't know anything, you don't know anything.
Conspiracy theories. And they destroy people.
Because we want you. All this because they do this for you is what make you angry. Me also warned you then, but you don't listen. Now you are paying up because of that. You are paying.
Accountability now.
I told you. Be careful for them, but you don't listen.
Come and donate. And when you start coming up, want to donate 10,000, then you come allowed to do 50,000. It's form of publicity so that people can donate before come buy a project. To buy a project, could you have a Lenny? I got 100 naira. I did 20,000 naira. àfún ẹjọ́ gbé gini 15 naira. Ó dìgbà tó bá parí project yẹn kó tó ṣe account. You will now see that not because
Wọ́n nígbà tí ẹni tó lọ and then ẹlòmíì wà tó jẹ́ pé kò kọlẹ̀ ní kò fẹ́ kí kéèsì yẹn tán so that kó máa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
But because some people are so myopic, they would want to use anything to destroy them. Accountability.
Kò tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ o. Wàhálà eléyìí ti ẹ̀ pọ̀ lórí accountability dé.
Is a way of trying to say that auction. Going 100,000, 120,000. People will, it's a psychological way of bargaining a transaction, which is okay. So it's quite unfortunate. So let's have another person.
Mr. Yomi.
Hello, sir.
Mr. Yomi. Yeah, my name is Benga. I'm a civil engineer and also a cybersecurity expert.
Oh, that's good.
I'm happy you came into this justice for women. Some of us are silent watchers, silent listeners. That we hardly talk. We only come out when we think there's something to say.
Okay.
When you came in, I was so happy because I saw your efforts during Baba Ijesha's case, and I believe if you have been on this Mohbåd case since when the thing started, I'm very sure we won't have gotten to this level we are now. It was very unfortunate you came in late. But I saw where you were doing your private investigation. Some videos that you did when you were going from one hospital very close to Mohbåd's house. This is an advice. When next you are doing such, don't make it public. Finish your investigation, get your evidences before you make such public. You already know there are some forces behind this. So you making all those, getting that step, doing that step and making it public will make them come for you immediately. Because they want to scale through that. They want you to go far. That is one thing I need to advise you.
Okay, now it's good that you said that, but let me tell you the other perspective.
No, let me just finish. I will let you because I know where you want to go. Yeah, so go on.
Those people, I know certainly some of them have been compromised. I get what I'm saying. And if I don't make it public, to my shame, to the shame, to my friend, to my shame, won't let me. And these people, they can do and undo. There is a drug, they will come into my house, just the way they want to do now. Take me down, take whatever it is with me. Nobody will even know why I was being tied. They will even stage another thing, and that will be the end of whatever I have secretly done. But the intention is to expose, like I'm saying, the lacuna, and to let them know that think about Shemio. And they will also be like scared. But I want to do evidence there. Nobody here is making a daddy. So come down with several questions.
I want to be bank. I want to add to what you said now. Yomi and myself now, for instance, were two different people. In the sense that Yomi bike, 10 people will recognize Yomi. Me, I can quietly take my bike and go to wherever I want to go. Nobody is, looking at me. But him, they may even be recording him. He will not know. So the best thing I feel he should do, not to share it, by making it public. Because if we didn't make it public, the people around that area want him more, and they may even help him do that. Do you understand? So he can't he can't hide himself. The question should have been that it shouldn't have been Yomi. It should have been maybe common as a random person. Do you understand? Because if Yomi goes to a place now, you will see different phones. They want to snap pictures. They want to talk to him. They want to do jingle, not USA. They want to. Do you understand? So that is the difference. Thank you.
Mr. Yomi, I'm happy that someone came in and said this lady came in and talked about you well known. And I remember a film you did then that you were wearing hats. If you remember one Yoruba film that you will cover your face, that nobody knew your identity. If you remember that film, I don't know if you can remember.
I used to cover my face.
You cover your face. I just remember that, and the film was very, very interesting. At the end of the film, you were able to open your face and people get to know you are the one. But let's leave that. What I'm trying to say is that when you are doing such investigation, you don't need to tell the public. You don't need to let the public. You can let 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people within your camp that you trust know that this is where we are. This is where we have gotten to. In case you want to, document your movement, you should not document your movement to the public. You don't know. That's where the mistake is. I'm just advising you for next time. Next time, if you are to want to conduct such investigation or another person, one, you can disguise yourself. Secondly, you don't make it public. That is for that. Then on this justice for Mohbad, I believe in evidences. I told you I'm a cybersecurity expert. Mm-hmm. And everything they have been arguing on Corona, let me don't lie to you, nothing hold water there. There are 3 places I believe evidences can be gotten for Mohbad's case to be solved. Number 1 is the house. The house has been tampered with. Because when the thing happened, they should have locked up the house and see if any police can do any investigation or someone can come and do forensic investigation and get things out. That is out of it. That is 1. Number 2 is the phone. The phone, it took police more than 2 to 3 months for them to say that they need to come and some. In fact, I even heard Mohbad took a phone and women went and collected it for this almost 6 months later. Mohbad's phone. So forensic phones for them to get what really happened that day is out of it. The 3rd one is the CCTV camera, which I think you started. Please, Mr. Yomi, if there's any way you can get the CCTV camera or even get the people that installed it, if they can get the IMEI number, I tell you the evidences will come out. The IMEI. Not everything will come out.
If you look at the CCTV installed, the number, the IMEI is still on the CCTV cameras there. Understand?
Yes. You will go to the manufacturer, everything will come out. I don't know, maybe they have been tampered with or something.
It's sort of iCloud.
Yes, this is where we should focus on, because there is no matter of this protest, everything still boils down to evidence. Yes. Because I heard when someone was saying it, only be maybe Ogudu forensic lab continue Lagos City call, if you remember. There was a very big that they can do DNA tests, they can do all these pathological tests there. Do you know what happened to that place? They were burned down doing answers. Mm-hmm. And I remember someone who said when they talked about Mohbad, what Sima go do? What publicized, they were bringing Mohbad lower. Only Mohbad, no para. Imagine, if you don't want to call to your got to reach man, she won't test, and you to know the two Joe, if I see that kind of statement from God, immediately lots of former president will come and publish that view to public, because who indict that right seriously. But it's just for you to see that this is what this man has. And so when they say Lagos State Police are taking something samples to US, Sudan, I know nothing will come out of it. I'm telling you that sample did not even live in Nigeria. They just knew where they were going, that they will tell you they didn't say anything and nothing will happen. What I believe with time, everybody will sit down. Nobody is going to say anything. But thank you for people like you that is still coming out to say something. So what I'm trying to say is that let's concentrate on CCTV camera, how we can get evidences. Yeah. I hope you get me. So that is my own contribution.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mr. If we get the evidences, what are we going to do with them?
Leave that to Mr. Yomi. He knows better.
Because the few information he gave to the police for over 3 weeks or 4 weeks now. Nothing has been done about it.
If Yomi has concrete evidence, he knows what to do. I know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not just also be one. He knows what I'm saying. When he has the concrete evidence, he knows what to do.
I'm not going to bring it on social media. Don't worry.
I don't be saying that here too. Yeah, that should be kept.
That is why I said he knows what to do. I don't want to say it publicly.
Because it's, at the end of the day, we're meant to.
I won't tell Mr. Yomi what to do. He knows what to do.
The point is, whether you all like it or not, it comes with a price. And part of the price, I only pray that I don't have to pay with my life. And by the special grace of God, I won't pay with my life. Because I'm in a place whereby I should still be protected to a large extent. And of course, there are bigger intelligent community that are also coming on the matter. But that one is, I'm not supposed to, it's classified. I'm not supposed to even say that on social media at all. So let's just keep that under wraps and let's forge ahead. But it's still better. The police can still do their job and do the right thing and save the society and save the, the crusade for justice and make it work. Make the Nigerian police look like a decent, honest, and active institution. Because I don't want to put the police in a very precarious situation. How much more the government and the governor? Because at the end of the day, people might even take it far and say, because like what Jibe said, they will still might want to go back on the statement of the governor, and I don't want it to get to that stage. And that is why I want the police to do everything legit, so that it will not affect the governor, it will not affect the state, and justice will still be served. And at the end of the day, I will not still pay with my life or whatever it is. And those people that commit the crime, they will be there and they will pay. And they will pay handsomely for what they did. Because if Ototio Abe, as Gibbons has said, is in the CCTV. Additional one will be the phone forensic. But the key one is in the CCTV. And the CCTV, the images, they are sitting there in the estate. Nothing can do it. It's still going to be there. It's on iCloud. And it's just one click. We have everything. So it's just for the public and the police to work together and get it out as at when due. And we just have to keep applying pressure. Maybe on the dark, I have dedicated time and I will not commit crime at all in the course of driving home justice for this Mohbad. I am going to be extremely careful on if you already know me, on if you are me, on if you nothing. Only my threatening me, only my Babylon Kodjo, yeah, problems in what I want to just share, you understand? But my dake, I don't mind myself as well. So we just have to continue to do that. Thank you so much, GBS. Do you have any Abike? Do you have anything? Do you want to contribute? Abike, are you there? Abike? Oh, okay then.
Mr. Yomi. Mr. Yomi.
GBS.
Lastly, there's something I observe also.
Okay.
You see, this TikTok, what is the Oja? What is the Oja? You see, there are some people here that they will just sit down in front of you said it, that they will just sit down in front of their phones, and they will say, Ele Oleni. You understand? They will not physically get involved, but they will what? Sit down in front of their inconvenience of their home and start analyzing and doing something that they are not supposed to do. You see, when you came to this case, it's as if you brought yourself down. Because the Yomi fabiyi, I know, normally, you select your fights. It's not every fight you go to. And don't forget that you have enemies also within your caucus. I don't want to call names. They are waiting for your downfall. So when you came into this case, I was like, people should understand that this man already has a name. For him to come to this case, you are supposed to treat him differently. But there are some people here offering 5 naira. Nobody want to follow more just for them to chase clouds. I want for you if I be in 5 naira. My go to my break, no want to fair I want to fair show. I want to fair now. I mean, I was hearing them saying all those things. I was like, some people not share, but at the end of the day, I just find out that most of them are just cloud chasers. You've been on this, you've been well known for the past 20 years, if I've been knowing fabiyi when you started. You've been well known. You don't allow someone that is just known within TikTok, within just, if not for justice for Mohbåd, who knows them? Who knows them? Nobody knows them. So what I was trying to say is that always try to put yourself, there is not everybody on TikTok you listen to. Even
that was the mistake I did at the end of the day, and I take full responsibility.
I remember people were advising you that you should be very careful. That you should do what comes to your mind. But unfortunately, you allow them because there are so many fights. Some of them are fighting, even within themselves. So you understand? There are so many. If you really want to be, enjoy care, want to be. No. So you understand? Please, you brought yourself down. Let them know that you brought yourself down to come and attend to this case because you want justice. Yomi fabiyi is not someone small. They ain't gonna for you. No. Please, let them know from the beginning. Please, so you understand?
All
right. So, all the best.
So, guys, if you're on Instagram and you listen, I want to believe you can hear the audio from the other side. I hope you guys can hear the voice from the other side. Oye Kelly Mago, those on Instagram. So bring people to come and do video on Instagram is not easy. People used to do, I do more on Instagram. And that is a very important piece of advice and excerpt from GBS. Thank you so much for that wonderful submission. We appreciate you. So basically, we've touched on the aspect of the Bankole Shitu and fundamental human rights, and that the only thing that is stalling the coroner inquest, it has nothing to do with anybody in government trying to frustrate it or anybody in the anti-justice using any power. Don't let them fool you. And what the Bankole and Smith are doing is legit, and it is their fundamental right. They have right to intervene in the case. They have right to bring in they have right as a legal chamber to represent anybody that has interest in fighting for justice for. After all, every other person, we are not trying to for justice for bad. And that's one way or the other, whether in court, on social media, or anywhere. We are not. Fundamental rights were of interest of public, not like exercise. All of us are also putting our mouth, judging people on justice for Mohbad, looking for this, looking for who did not do well, and judging people that has done well. It's because it is your right. And nobody can ask you not to exercise your right. Just know that what you are doing, do it with clear conscience, so that if eventually your conscience is telling you, hey, that main goal of getting justice and even real evidence and facts that will bring justice. When you see people that they choose to like one on fatisale and they are not informed, or they are just one of the rabble rousers. And then you realize that at the end of the day, they don't care anybody they want to drag down. They just believe that what's the level where I'm a one woku, I'm a shibako, kolonko ya shitani, kolonko buwajino. Justice for Mohbad, we want it, we're going to get it. If God, Allah the colony are near Tabade Opa Ferry, Tababolon so, Toba Wolon, Toba Bo, you will be able to what? Accept our prayers and efforts. And just let's search our conscience. If what you are going to be doing, no matter who you are, don't tell me your interests or what you are doing is bigger than the other person. Mohbad and Mohbad the Silaye, anybody can stand in to support and say, in this one, we know you want to get right. Thank you, Moses Ojetunde. I want to stand in for you and fight for your justice. And that is the way it should be. Duty of care is a civil social responsibility that we all must imbibe and put into our daily activities. So I saw Otumba Neyu shortly now. Okay. Coach Kenny, let me bring Coach Kenny up. She's not trying to come up. Okay, we'll come. Plan B is there. Let me see if I can bring them up. So if you want to contribute, you can come up. So I just want to appeal to all of us. Let us take our time. If you want to fight for human rights, fight for justice, you don't have to abuse the rights of other people while fighting for justice or human. It doesn't make sense. It's not adding up. It's not going to allow peace and justice to reign. We just have to understand this and understand this clearly. And I have to do this because you can't put your leg inside the water and then you start saying, oh, I'm feeling cold. You know you are putting your leg inside water. So I take responsibility for whatever wrong steps I might have taken at the early stage, whether people want me or people don't want me. But, you know, whatever anybody that has done, I am this, this is who I am. Because Yomi fabiyi has been abused, then let me show that I don't know him. Let me distance myself. The fact remains that we are not even on the same page. At the end of the day, if you think I am that person you can rubbish, or we're not on the same page and it's not on your life. You can do that with your you are a pathetic cyber bully, stalker and stuff like that, and you want to use that to attack or to drag me down as an activist. I want to believe I have to face bigger word than that nonsense. It may take me suffering life for me say, that's one I know. Some of these people attack, they cannot even try it. So it's almost likely they will come for me. There is for easy now for a commissioner of police to call you and tell you, I don't think I want that protest to go. For it to be someone, it means the entire state security, they've discussed on it and say, hey, it is your duty. Call him to order and tell him that's the stance. And I got there, I still maintained, and they couldn't stop it, and they approved it. They know that problem is coming. And they just feel like that could be an impending danger. So the best thing is, let's take this guy out of the way. And God saved me. They couldn't get to me, and I sneaked out. I was unknown to any go me. Unknown. And of course, kudos to the bigger and international intelligence community. Because at the end of the day, about yes, I want to big me later. I feel go after go. Me at it now. I want to make big me. Eleman come big me go. I can't quickly share. I won't really buy anymore. But they would have taken my life and claimed it was armed robbery that came into my house. But the intelligence community asset one, and you went ahead and do this to him. But of course, we thank God I'm alive yet alone here. The message is clear. But I just want them to know that there is no way hi Yomi fabiyi you want to do anything that we ought. Tell me no about the phone call. I got damn alone. I just want to go. What don't share any. If you tell you about life, you know, Timbawa lori struggle kan bi mo ja fun kankan. Kele mo pe bi na so lori die. Timba bere, e ma fun ani justice on Mohbad here. Torí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ní kọ́ lọ gbẹ̀mí mi ẹ̀yin kọ́ lẹ pa ní ọwọ́ nù nǹkan tó pa Mohbad. Mo bí Mohbad ṣe kú. Irọ́ lọ pa fún yín. Àwa ta dẹ̀ dìde pé òkè on spirit pẹ̀lú nǹkan tá fẹ́ ṣe pẹ̀lú iṣẹ́ tá ẹ máa fún wa justice yẹn is not negotiable. So kò sí pé mi ìmọ̀ àwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé àwọn yẹn o. But I can know categorically that any attempt to bring somebody like me down because I'm fighting for justice for Mohbad is to give power to those people that will bring the same government down. Sample ti wà tẹ́lẹ̀. These people you bring us down when we are fighting for human rights or key issues to give them power. When you give them power, when it now comes to the crossroad, they will now be the same person. They will then some part of you are working with them to give this set of people power. They will now get the relevance and power. When it now comes to election, they will want to bring the same party and leaders down. So the man boy, it's more ambassador made it more pay. Perfect by me to me is not conscious to make any sense. I don't know what lies or what people are thinking. I cannot lead a protest that will destroy the state or cause wala. But knowing fully that in this kind of case, if I can come down and say I want to fight for justice for Mohbad, so you cannot do this to gag me, bring me down, knowing fully well that at the end of the day, you are giving your enemy, you'll be giving them power. And when you give them that kind of a power, when it gets to crossroad, that person has shown true color and they want to bring this same government down. And later, they will now say, Yomi, come and help the same government again. Don't forget what happened the last time. They will lie to you that they are with you. They are not with you. Whoever this person that is trying to bring this man to you, claiming that she's changed, she is with you. Irony. They don't, some of them don't even like the president. On should the president because the people that will antagonize the president for the second term, they are trying to empower them ahead of us. They want to kill what we are standing for. Give them power so that when the people they choose to go the other way, they will like, oh, we don't know. And they are working with them secretly. So, Mr. Sheyi, this is political. They will use their power. Now, for justice for Mohbad. One political power. One like your God, they don't like your father. Tomati fu ọmọ ele ini power si. O ma tún on ton yin pon wà pẹ̀lú yín. Wọ́n máa padà lo level yẹn tó bá ti di crossroad. Àwa la bá tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbé wàhálà yẹn. Okay, a fẹ́ kí ọ̀gá ṣe kini kó jábọ́. A máa wá bá wa. But ni rántí gbà tẹ́ ní kọ́ lọ lé wa pa. Ni rántí gbà tẹ́ ajá fún nǹkan tẹ́ fún wa. Fighting for justice for Mohbad is not anti-government. I want to work anti-government enough. Mohbad need justice. I want to then share power work with Luoga. One ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn people ìlábẹ́. Àwọn yẹn ń bú ọ̀gá, wọ́n fẹ́ kí ìjọba fail. But wọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ pé àwọn ò ṣe pẹ̀lú ọmọ bọ̀ lábẹ́ wọn wà papọ̀. Now, bring our down. Few àwọn ẹni power. To ba the crossroad, one bring the government here down. How about one to ba tún fẹ̀mí ara wọn lẹ̀, tó bá jáde báwọn lè sọ̀rọ̀. Tún wá ní ká wá jáde. Èmi ò ṣe.
Ó parí. Fóònù jábọ́.
Tí o bá ṣe pé bóyá olúwẹ̀ náà dúró dáadáa. On a very good day, wọ́n ti jàkà olúwẹ̀ náà.
Ó dùn pọnù lá.
Wọ́n ti jàkà olúwẹ̀.
Olúwa.
Òwúrọ̀ àwọn ilé ìtọ́ ti yẹ pàlà òwú sí òdìdí létí wèrè ráyè pàlàpàlà. Ọmọ inú ilé là wá. Ọmọ inú ilé. Lè má bring down ọmọ inú ilé. Fáràkà. No, kò work man. That one no be politics so. So this is sort of me. And I want to that I go okay, streetwise, so they were pẹ̀láwọn sọmọrí. The right intelligent community gbogbo ẹ̀. Wọ́n kàn ṣe wọ́n ṣeré fólú ẹ̀ náà. Àwọn stage arm robbery sílé mi. Wọ́n ní arm robber ló wọ́n lọ jalè, wọ́n fẹ́ lọ jí kan nulẹ̀ ẹ̀ ni. Wọ́n ṣe jọ̀ wọ́n ní wọ́n pé okay o. Wọ́n ti kọ script nǹkan mi lẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ti gbójú òkun légún ojú ẹni àgbà everybody náà ló kọ́ tún dá lẹ́yìn. Àwọn adé lè kú fẹ́yìn. Ṣé báyé ṣe rí nìyẹn?
Yomi kí ló ń tayọ̀ mí lára báyìí?
Ẹ̀kú aláàrọ̀ àdáhùn. Àwọn òfẹ́ kẹ́yìn jábọ́. Àṣẹ́yìn ló fẹ́ kọ́ pàwọ́ dànù.
Kí ló ń do Yomi báyìí? Debi I want you now, man. I want you.
Wọ́n kọ script wọ́n ní tá a bá ń jà fún nǹkan ẹ máa dúró tì wá náà. Ẹ lè pè wá jẹ́ kó wọ́n pé fọgbọ́n ṣe o, má ṣe jù báyìí lọ o. N tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ àmàdé ló pàṣẹ pé níbi kan tẹ̀mọ̀ pé mò ń ṣe ni. Fọ̀pẹ́ yàn kó wá ń parọ́ sọ pé bóyá ṣe ó fẹ́ dàlúrú ni o. Níbo dàlú o, ìṣèjọba tẹ́mi tí mo dìbò fún tí mo ń dúró tì pé kò gbọdọ̀ jábọ́. Àwọn tí ó fẹ́ kó jábọ́ gangan lẹ́ tẹ́ bá ti bring our down, tẹ́ ti knock our down, àwọn yẹn lè fẹ́ fún power. Wọ́n máa ṣapá bí ẹ̀yìn, wọ́n máa ṣe bákan. Ẹ fún wọn lágbára yẹn again o. Ẹ rí fíìmù tó máa ṣe fún yín. A máa gba justice for Mohbad. Torí àgbàtà nìkan ló kó má roko. Ọ̀gá máa wà bí tó wà. Olórí máa ṣèlú lọ. Àwa náà máa ṣe fún ìta ṣe tí ò dẹ̀ ní bàlújẹ́. Nọ́mà dẹ̀ máa lọ. For me to come down and say, okay, I want to put my life on the line and start fighting. Ẹ ti àwọn gbòkè ṣẹ́ ni ìṣẹ́yàn wa ni. Ṣó fẹ́ kí ìjọba wa kó tẹ̀síwájú òkè ó fẹ́. Kò bí pé yóò lè disagree pẹ̀lú ìjọba náà. Abike, are you there? Keep us.
Network is terrible this night.
It's terrible, Abi. It's terrible.
Ó dàbọ̀.
Okay, do we go to the other session of
ẹ bá wa share ẹ bá wa like ẹ jẹ́ n pa àwọ̀run mi.
How you can commit crime if police
àwọ̀run mi mo gbé dání ni. Tó bá dọ̀là wa náà wá ṣètò ṣẹgbọ́ kẹ̀sùn dáadáa o.
Please let us like and share. We are still on 12,000. Let's just like and share. And I want to say thank you to those that are sending gifts. I can see you all. Thank you. You guys are trying. At least that one is coming direct. There won't be accountability on the gift. So if you are going to ask accountability.
So at
least that one is Yomi is please thank you gift Abadofi. You want to send yourself, Abi?
Yomi Jebi.
Ọlọ́màjà ṣe irun ara ìṣe ọlọ́màṣẹ àwọn Yorùbá. Wọ́n dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fún ẹ̀wọ́ gi wọ́n yẹ kọ́ báyìí. Ẹ̀ tí ò di ẹkú tẹ̀ want to verify your NGO is it kiri kan you are not active.
Ẹ̀yin Yomi ẹ̀ lé lẹ́rìí ni. Ẹ̀mi ò lè rẹ́rìí o, ẹ̀rí ń pa mí.
Ọ̀ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀dọ̀ yẹn kí ni gbogbo ṣé mi. Ṣé ẹni tó fẹ́ ṣe activism ò ṣe kò mọ̀ pé òun gbọ́gbọ́dọ̀ ní wèrè lórí rẹ̀? Àwọn tọ́ yìí káàkiri. For me to have said, okay, I want to do this because I want to give back to the society. Èmi á mọ̀ pé gbogbo nǹkan tẹ̀ ń kó lé mi lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ fi padà sọ pé láìṣẹ̀ láìrò láìbà kan ní.
Bí wọ́n lò gbọ́ràn.
Kọ̀ delay nǹkan delay gbogbo movement yẹ kó ṣe àwọn ọmọdé ẹ̀kọ́ kó dọ̀tí wa. Ta ló ń lò yìí?
Ọ̀gá lọ́sùn.
Ẹ̀dẹ̀ ìjà fọmọ tó wọn lọ́wọ́ tó wà lé ẹ̀dẹ̀ bí wọ́n ti ń gbé síbì kan.
Ẹgbẹ́ bá ti gbọ́ràn láyé.
True activism máa ń bring activism down ni. Mo lè ṣe ní gbogbo yẹn.
Wọ́n yẹ ṣe activist blogger lé wọ́n. Yeah, blogger.
Abike got network is terrible.
They are blogger. Activist báwo.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Ẹjọ́ kí iṣẹ́ náà Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kẹ́ pẹ̀lú nítorí ọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad yìí gbogbo ẹ̀ lórí
àwọn àbótó sí náà lè wà fẹ́fẹ́ mi ẹ̀dí ọba yẹ kóṣákóṣá.
ààbò náà tó dájú á wà pẹ̀lú yín.
àmì
mọ Mohbad rí fámìlì pẹ̀lú jọ wá láti ìlú kan náà.
mi ì tiẹ̀ rí mi ì tiẹ̀ mọ̀ kó kọrin mi ọ̀hún ti gbà tó ṣẹ̀kú. mo ń gbọ́ orin ẹ o bọ̀ mi ìmọ̀ kóhun ló kọ́.
sẹ́ǹsì ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sẹ́mi náà bọ̀ ṣe rí Nàìjíríà yẹn gbogbo àwọn alágbára tó ń ṣe kínní gbogbo wọn ló wà lóyìnbó yìí wọ́n wá sí London wọ́n wá sí Amẹ́ríkà wọ́n lọ bàbá tá à ń sọ yẹn bàbá yẹn lọ France president wa yẹn náà ebi wọ́n ní bẹ́ẹ̀sì ní France owó ní tí gbogbo nǹkan ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ but ṣé rí gbogbo àwọn tó wà níjọba yẹn gbogbo wọn ló mọ true but àwọn tó wà lọ́rọ̀ Mohbad yìí náà abẹ́ wọn lọ sá sí so because tí ò bá jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò ní yẹ pé gbogbo ẹ̀ báyìí gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń ṣe gbogbo nǹkan táwọn èèyàn gbìyànjú láti kúrò jáde wọ́n kàn ń tẹ̀ pamọ́lẹ̀ wọn ò jẹ́ kó tán yẹn jáde the same thing wọ́n jẹ́ ṣe nílùú yẹn tí ò jẹ́ kí gbogbo ẹ̀ lójútùú ẹ̀wọ̀n tó sì dá wòrànwòràn lọ́wọ́ bọ̀bọ̀ yìí bọ̀bọ̀ ti bọ̀ gírísì nǹkan ibẹ̀ yẹn ni á ti mọ̀ pé kò sí nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ nílùú yẹn jù rọ́ lọ àwọn alágbára yẹn nìkan ló fẹ́ mọ rúùlù ọmọ ọ̀lẹ tí ò lówó tí ò lágbára wọ́n kàn fẹ́ kí àwọn jẹ wọn kó wọn fẹ́ wọn bọ̀ àwọn tí wọ́n bọ̀ wọ́n máa kó àwọn bíbù sí wọn wọ́n máa bọ̀ àkírí ara wọn bọ̀ síbẹ̀síbẹ̀ olódodo gbọ́dọ̀ kú sílẹ̀ kà jáde ṣe nìyẹn gbogbo nǹkan báyìí làwọn bàbá wa fẹ́ lá.
Ọlọ́run nínú mi ó rí pé ìfẹ́ kí nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ síjọba Èkó mi ìfẹ́ kí nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ síjọba Nàìjíríà.
bájọba kàńtà pé kó kúrò nínú ìjọba sọ pé kí tẹnìkan ìgbésí Sanwó-Olú ìgbésí Tinubu báwọn ṣe pọ́lísì.
òun náà ṣe kó mi yọ.
so kí wọ́n ní problem wọn fẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́rẹ́ ẹ̀mí ni wọ́n lé nítorí pé ẹni tó wà nídìí ikú ọmọ yẹn ó ti lọ sátábẹ́ wọn wọ́n fẹ́ dáàbò bò so gbogbo evidence tó bá ń jáde báyìí gbogbo àwọn ọlọ́pàá tó wà mẹ́ ẹ máa ń tó gbogbo àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn náà dáríjì mí tó bá rí bí wọ́n ń tẹ gbogbo nǹkan evidence mọ́lẹ̀ yìí ó yẹ kí ó ti rí náà.
ọ̀làgọ́ máa dìde ṣe fídíò tí máa àdírẹ́sì president Nàìjíríà tí máa rẹ̀ fàájà gidi lọ́la bàbọ́tà sí ìgboro London báyìí máa ṣe fídíò really ṣe fídíò tí máa fáwọn ẹja because èmi ò lè máa sá kiri o.
kò ní ìsẹ́ǹsì náà.
ní ìjọba jẹ́ pé ẹ ń fẹ́ ọmú yẹn báwa ni àwọn yẹn kẹ̀ṣẹ́ àwọn yẹn ló máa ń dè mí ni àwọn yẹn mi ò gbé náà.
ẹ̀yin máa ń ní báyìí sí wọn ò jẹ́ kẹ́yìn irú nǹkan kan ṣe báyìí gbogbo nǹkan tó yẹ kẹ́yìn ṣe kẹ́yìn wọn ti rówó báyìí.
mo ṣe tí mo gbà mo ti jẹ gbèsè lọ mo wà mímọ kò ju nígbà sójú kan nígbà tí wọn tábí wà nú ẹ̀wọ̀n ni. bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn tí mo lọ bá jọ ṣe justice Mohbad tí mo ṣe mistake lọ tẹ̀lé kó bá tí mo jọ ìrànwọ́ pẹ̀lú wọn tí mo rò káwọn gangan ni ọlọ́ba yìí kí wọ́n tiẹ̀ lọ tẹ́lí tìkà. What they want to do is kàlàfẹ́ bring down kàlàfẹ́ ṣe kíní kan kàlàfẹ́ fẹ́ jọba tiẹ̀ jẹ́. nígbà tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí náà tó ń bò sí pé troll làwọn cyber bully làwọn àwọn máa ń drag ìbọn ní sáwọn tí mo lọ bá ṣe human rights lélẹ̀.
wọn ò fún òótọ́ rárá Mr. Yomi.
àní ẹ̀fà wọn outside yẹn lẹ̀ àwọn tẹ̀ ń pè ní àtijọ́ àwọn ìjọba àwọn àtàwọn justice náà àwọn ti wà bẹ́ẹ̀ láti bẹ́ẹ̀ certificate àwọn olórí justice of Mohbad àtàwọn àná àwọn ti wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣé olú ẹ̀ ò ti ṣì rìn. àwọn fi ẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ ń palàpalàpà tó dẹ̀ ń kọ́ setback àwọn èèyàn kalẹ̀ ẹ̀rọ àwọn abiyamọ tó dẹ̀ tún kí wọn lẹ́yìn. wọ́n sọ àwọn di FBI.
campus kan náà ni gbogbo wọn wà Mr. Yomi campus kan náà ni gbogbo wọn wà kọjá ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí campus kan náà ni gbogbo wọn wà yẹ kó gbogbo nǹkan tí ẹ kó jẹ́ òótọ́ báyìí wọ́n kọ́ tẹ̀ pamọ́ lẹ̀ òun jẹ́ kó jáde táàbà ṣọ́ra báyìí gbogbo cctv táwọn sọ bóyá ẹ máa rí pé ẹ rí respond lórí nǹkan tí ẹ ní kó lọ ṣèwádìí.
gbogbo àwọn tó bá fẹ́ kọ́ mi láti fight akọrin pé suddenly wọn kí rò pé àwọn ló mú ṣe ìwà gangan tó dẹ̀ sáré.
wọ́n tẹ mọ́lẹ̀ yìí wọ́n tẹ
agbada tí wọ́n tún láti sọ jẹ́ kó yẹ yín wọn kì í fura some of the people torí pé wọn kì í ṣe real fighters wọn kì í ṣe real advocates wọ́n náà wọ́n ń jà fún justice for Mohbad. suddenly wọ́n kọ̀ rí pé ẹni tí wọ́n ti rí pé eléyìí ó lè hold the kìíní yẹn for long ó lè wọ́tà jànú níta alákọ̀ọ́lá ìsẹ́ni wọ́n ti rí pé without basis ẹ bá ti sáré àtàkì nìyí ẹ ti mú àtàmọ́ ẹni tó bá ní ìbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run tó bá wá tó ní tọ́tọ́ dáadáa táwọn òbí ẹ̀ tọ́ dáadáa kò ní wọ́n báyìí pé irú ẹni báyìí kọ́ àwọn ilé ìkọ́ la máa tiẹ̀ máa attack lórí irú nǹkan ẹ jẹ́ ká tiẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ pariwo kìíní. And everybody, what is all this? Why do we want to bring this person down? Now, tabani pe tabani replace